Well, Burgos has been an amazing place to be. Had a great time here, been around the cathedral and right around the city, enjoyed it. But today it's time to move on. We're starting a little later today. What is it, 8:30? Just got some cash out and ready to get going. So we're going to a place called Hornillos del Camino. It's a 20-kilometre walk, about 4 or 5 hours. This morning, should arrive there about 1 o'clock. And from now on, it's smaller towns and villages as we go across the Meseta, which I will tell you more about in a little while. Let's go. This gate that we've just walked through the city walls, been passed through by millions of pilgrims over the years. So much history. It's nice to be part of that history, walking through it myself on mine. Burgos has some lovely, grand, stylish bridges, quite large. You can see the size of this one, 100 metres long, and then the river, not quite so grand, not as big as the River Severn, but still nice. Along the way, there are many buildings, like the one I've just walked past, that have all sorts of beautiful murals painted on them. A lot of them about the Camino, and some of them with scriptures and encouragement from Gardon. Particularly nice ones just here as we walk up onto the Meseta. Just moving out of Burgos and moving up onto the Meseta. Thought I'd explain a little bit about what the Meseta is. So in Spain, in the middle of Spain, there in the north particularly, there is a plateau at about 3,000 feet that stretches for a couple of 100 miles, particularly between Burgos and León, which we are just moving on to now. This plateau is pretty flat. It is very open. There aren't many trees. There is not much shade, and the towns are very small, and so the route is a little less supported. So it's important to make sure you've got things that you need, like plenty of euros, because cash is still king out here, and to have sun cream, to have plenty of water, to have some snacks with you, because the gaps between towns is bigger, and just to make sure that you're looking after yourself. So this plateau, at the moment it's nice because the weather is like 20 degrees today, but when it gets hot, it's very open, and because of the altitude, you get more wind. The wind blows across quite a bit, so it's very easy to get sunburn, windburn, or a bit of both. And so just preparing to walk across that now, just with those things in mind. Really interesting part of Spain. It will have different terrain, different landscapes to what we've been used to, and looking forward to seeing it. They say that the Camino, the first third is physical, because it's really hilly and harder to walk, and then your body gets used to it, and then second third is mental, because it is all about hanging in there. Some people jump this section, this third, because it's maybe a bit monotonous and harder and exposed, harsher conditions. So that's sort of a mental challenge. And then the third section up into the Galicia mountains is meant to be sort of a spiritual, soul-filled encounter. Looking forward to this mental challenge of the next stage as we move on to it. We're just moving up the hill here onto the Meseta and going in that way. There's still loads of flowers around, and the route is still really beautiful, especially now we've got away from Burgos and the motorways and that sort of thing. Been reading through Psalms again today, from Psalm 30 to about 45, and being nourished again by those repeated themes that come up in the Psalms as David expresses his heart about those who are against him, and waiting on the Lord for him to move, to act against those who are chasing him down, against those who plot against him. And he talks about vindication, the Lord's vindication, not his own vindication, but that the Lord will vindicate him. I think that's a really important principle in the Christian journey, in the Christian walk and way, that is so easy humanly to jump to action, think this person has done this against me, I need to solve this problem, I need to act against them, equalize things, level the playing field, or work things in my favor, find my solution. And yet in these Psalms I think we learn the importance of standing still, of waiting, of listening to God, of trusting in him. Those who place their hope and trust in God, he will vindicate. And so if you're in a situation where there's difficulty chasing you down, where you feel like maybe you're a bit encircled, or there are allegations or things against you that are unfair, that are not right, and you're in that place, wait for the Lord's vindication, because he loves you and he does act against the unrighteous in a way that brings us freedom. But sometimes we have to be patient. Those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land, as it says in these Psalms, to receive that blessing from God, that nourishment from him, that vindication from him. Let's keep hanging on for the Lord's vindication in the challenges of life. More incredible landscapes. It's been great meeting lots of new people, especially the ones I've spent quite a bit of time with, Chantel and Cody, and a number of others. It's just been great to make new friends, but one of the reasons that I'm here is to get quality time on my own. I'm having to carve that out a little bit, having to try and find space on the Camino, where I don't sort of feel a little bit like I should be walking with other people. So just trying to time when I leave, and just having to drop back a little bit at times, just to find that space where I can plug in and reflect and do those things, which I am today. It's probably my favourite time when I'm on my own. It's great to see people and chat with them and make friends and everything, but there's just a thrill in my heart in just been listening to scripture and having that solitary time. It just right at the moment, just feeling really excited, just looking at the landscapes, appreciating beautiful creation of God, and looking at the flowers, and listening to A Long Obedience in the Same Direction, which is a great book for practical and real authentic discipleship. Carving out those moments just to find time on my own. Tonight's dinner is paella.
España.